What's up, everybody? You know what it is. Off the Bounce is back, and I'm joined by the fellas. I'm Hefe, I got Alpha, I got Slam, I got BBB, and we are brought to you by our friends, our sponsors over at SoBet. Make sure you guys go check out SoBet. I think the cool thing about SoBet is that it's not only us four that you can get up to 25 other cappers on there. It might even be up to 30 on there for all one price. Make sure you check them out. We're posting exclusive stuff on there every single day. Fellas, happy Monday. How we doing?
Boys, it is good to be back on the Off the Bounce Network. Excited to get some basketball picks in. BBB, how we doing?
Hey, we are pumped. We had a great slate of NFL, UFC. I know Alpha killed UFC. I has plus money on the UFC. All that was posted exclusively on SoBet. So make sure you guys check out SoBet. I know Hefe gave a great plug on it, but we got some NBA to break down with you guys as well. So excited to dive into that with you guys.
Yeah, man. We got quite a little bit of people here in the live, so give some people a little chance to join us as we haven't been on for a while. But we'll be here a couple days a week, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're thinking going on here, giving some NBA picks and giving a whole lot of free content too. So make sure you check us out. Let's get the chat rocking and rolling here. And
absolutely. We got Cash Sing in the chat. What's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. We have Plumber in the chat. Always good to see you here, Plumber. Thanks for tuning in, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Let's get into it. Little short slate to start off the Monday. We got 5 games we're gonna go through, and we're gonna start with the most important team in the land, in the country, in the universe, ever in the millennium. We're talking about the New York Knickerbockers, 1-1 on the record, but 2-0 against the spread. We all know what matters. Honk yourself. Anyway, the Knicks today are you like that? The Knicks today are a -7.5 at home against the Magic. Magic are struggling. They're 0-3, right? I believe so.
Correct.
Yeah,
yes, 0-3, 0-2 on the road.
But that's definitely not Banchero's fault. He's been balling. I believe over 20 points per game every game. Alpha, I'll start off with you. You know what I'm about to ask you. Are you going to circle the wagons?
Tonight is not a night I am circling the wagons. I'm not fading the Magic, but I'm not circling the Knicks, but I'm not circling the wagons. I'm taking the under 222 here. I think we're going to see a defensive game plan from the Knicks come out, limit the possessions from Orlando, and see this one go comfortably under. The Knicks will get the dub, just not sure if it's by 8 points tonight. BBB, you circling the wagons?
I'm not going to lie. I am circling the wagons tonight. I think this is a good spot for the Knicks. I like this. The 7.5 is a scary number, and I'm sure it's going to keep a few people off just because it is kind of fresh into the season. The Knicks haven't proven too much yet, but they've played some competitive games, and I think this Orlando team, they are young, and they have a decent outlook on their future, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to put it all together yet. We saw the Knicks in their last game. They put a similar team to the Pistons that have some decent pieces, but, they just don't have the veteran presence, and I think that the Knicks actually have the matchups here that are going to be able to help neutralize some of Orlando's strengths, like their big men down low. I think Robinson's going to be able to neutralize a lot of that. And I like the Knicks to, get a win here. I see this going by double digits, in my opinion. So I'm taking the 7.5, and I'm circling the wagons with the Knicks, baby.
Yeah, BBB, I got to agree with you there, man. I got to circle the wagons as well. Knicks at home, covered both games so far. And I think they're healthy this year, and they'll get it rolling here at home. And the Magic, They can't seem to get it together. Banchero's been playing great, but I think the Knicks get it done here. -7.5. I think he goes under as well.
The Magic are a team that's dealing with quite a lot of injuries. I mean, Wagner, Suggs, Jonathan Isaac still in the court, Gary Harris. Knicks are right now, other than Quentin Grimes, a fully healthy team.
Yeah.
But I've noticed something from the Knicks, and I'm going to ride this wave. They come out hot. They come out hot every game. I'm going to take them on the first half. I'm going to see the Knicks -4 on the first half here. I just think they have a belief in themselves. But if I could say like one stat that I think is really indicative of why I believe in this team is they're not turning the ball over. And as long as they don't turn the ball over and they can keep possessions and get themselves opportunities to score, they're going to do so. And I think tonight against a Magic team that's very young, they can keep the turnovers low. So give me Knicks first half. -4 is my official play here. But I think the Knicks get the win either way. All right, fellas. What do we got? Nets and the Grizzlies. This game is in Memphis. Nets coming in 1-1, narrowly beating the Raptors for their first win last time we saw them. Grizzlies coming in 2-1. Ja's been balling. He already had a 49-point game. I mean, It's crazy how he just officially took like that step from like, is he possibly a superstar to this guy's just a 100% a superstar now. It's just wild how you just know within like 3 years, and some players take forever. But anyway, this game is basically a pick 'em. It's a 1-point line. Grizz are at home. What do you think, BBB? I mean, this is a star-studded game.
Yeah, honestly, I think a lot of people you would think it would be a public play, but I'm rocking with the Nets here. I actually love the Nets in this spot. I think that they get the job done on the road. You see, it's projected at a pick 'em. You can get them at plus. This was a plus 2.5 line earlier, but I'm taking the money line plus 100. I think the star power will be too much here. I think as long as Ben Simmons can stay out of foul trouble, he can help neutralize that Ja Morant threat. He is, as much as we rip on him for his offense abilities, he is a great defensive player. And I think he's a great matchup to help slow down him. And they also have plenty of other pieces, as we know, with Kyrie. We have, KD is always going to be getting his own. So I like the Nets to be able to have, a little bit more offensive output. And I think the defensive side of Ben Simmons is going to help neutralize one of the biggest factors for the Grizzlies. And I think the Nets get it done. I think that we start to see them finally get a little bit of traction here. They've had some close games, but I think those only help them in the long run. So I'm rocking with the Nets. It's one of my favorite plays of the day.
BBB, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go against you here. Sorry, Alpha, but yeah, man, this line is definitely funky. Grizzlies off an embarrassing loss in Dallas, and Ja Morant's been playing great.
40 points.
And Ja Morant is him. He is him, bro. Like he puts up points. He is the heart of this team. I think the Grizzlies show up here and at -1. You can't overthink this line, man. The Nets are not the Nets. They're not a good team. I think the Grizzlies get it done here. I think this is a fake sharp, in my opinion. I'm riding with the Grizzlies here at home, and they'll get a bounce back here, man. I like the Grizzlies at home.
Yeah, I see it the exact same way you do. The issue with Ben Simmons is he's not guarding the guards this year. He's guarding the big men. So as I do think he would do a good job on Ja Morant from the first 2 games, look output, I expect Ben Simmons to not be guarding Ja Morant. I think it's going to be Kyrie or the guards that are going to be on Morant in the spot. And I just don't see the Nets being able to play defensive ball and keep the Grizzlies point total down. I think the Grizzlies win this one by 5 to 10 points. And I think they coast. Definitely Grizzlies on the money line. FA, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm rocking with the Grizzlies here. I know, typical Knicks fan thing to say. I don't believe in the Nets, but I really don't. I think this is just a band of misfits trying to play as a team where 2 of their players, I think, are some of the most selfish basketball players we've ever seen in our lives. Kyrie could not give a crap about where this team is. Kyrie only cares about putting up a great season so that he can get a big contract. Ben Simmons, I have no idea what he's doing. I don't know if he's playing basketball anymore. Sometimes he's just doing cardio. Sometimes he tries. Sometimes he doesn't. The only thing you count on is Kevin Durant. And I can't say a bad thing about Kevin Durant. I love Kevin Durant, other than that weird month where he tried to force a trade and then didn't have a trade and then tried to get his coach fired. Either way, I like the Grizzlies' continuity as a team. Young players, they play together. They play for their coach, play for the team. Give me the Grizzlies on the money line tonight.
All right, boys, what do we got next?
Bulls Celtics. Celtics are one of the few undefeated teams left. We have a couple of them in action today. But the Celtics are 3-0. They're in Chicago visiting the 1-2 Chicago Bulls. The line is at 6. Tatum and Brown have been playing absolutely impressive. Just not even skipping a beat from their championship run last year that came up just a little bit short. And the Bulls are they got DeRozan playing really well. Levine's a little bit injured to start the year. What do we think of this one? Six is not a little points in the NBA. The Bulls are a solid team, so I'm a little curious what we think. Slam, we'll start with you on this one.
Man, the Celtics are off a hot start, man. 3-0. Didn't cover the last game in Orlando here. They're on a little road trip. Last game of a road trip here, but it's a short road trip. So I'm not even I'm not going to consider that a factor in a letdown.
Yeah, I think it's too early to start to think.
I don't know, man. This Bulls team is not good. I mean, they got DeRozan playing out of his mind right now, and he did the same thing last year. He put up numbers, and I think I gotta take the Bulls plus the 6 here. I'm banking on the Celtics having a letdown spot eventually. Eventually, they're gonna have a letdown spot, and I think this is the game that they struggle. And I think the Bulls show up here at home. I think plus 6, you're getting value here with the home team. Bulls plus 6 is my official play.
BBB, what you
I
got?
like it. This is definitely one of the more toss-up games in my opinion. I had this game pinned at 7. I think the Celtics that would be a more fair line. I liked it a little bit more when it was down at 4.5, but this has moved up to 6 in a lot of places. You can still find 5.5 at some books.
Yeah.
If you can get 5.5, maybe
DraftKings has 5.5 right now.
DraftKings has 5.5.
Yeah.
I would probably lean to that side of it. The Celtics have been having some hero ball lately, though. That's what scares me the most. Last game they had Tatum drop 40. Tatum's coming back with some vengeance this year. I think that they get it done, though. I think that they should cover this. I lean to them. I'm going to go with the Celtics minus the 5.5. You can find that line on DraftKings, like Hefe said. So as long as I think someone will be able to step up, no matter who it is on their team. Jaylen Brown, they have plenty of other guys, and so far they haven't proved it. So as long as they can prove that they can continue to do it, I'm rocking with it.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go with the Celtics on this one. I just think that right now Boston has a lot to prove. We all know what happened in the offseason, and they're proving that you don't need a great NBA coach to play great NBA basketball. They have a phenomenal team, returning most of the same players, and they've just been clicking on all cylinders. You take a look at all their performances, and they're just playing some great basketball. I anticipate that to continue tonight. They should take care of the Bulls by double digits. Give me the Celtics minus the 6. Hefe, what are you taking?
I like the Celtics here too. I think you meant minus 5.5 on the Celtics because that's what the line is. We'll give you that better line. Need that half point. I'm gonna take the C's here, man. But I will tell you something. That's not my favorite play in this game. That's my favorite play as a side, but my favorite play in this game is a player prop. And for that, you're going to have to head over to SoBet to go find it. I absolutely love this guy. He's been torching it, and I'm taking a prop on him tonight. So make sure you guys go check out. I'm going to post that right after the show. And I'm positive that my guy down there, BBB, has a max player prop that he's going to post on SoBet.
So right. We've been red hot on SoBet. You guys can get all the plays. It's one of the best options out there. Like Hefe said earlier, you get 25 plus top cappers on there. It's cheaper than you'll ever find. I just think that it's going to be, you got to get in with the SoBet gang. Everyone that's joined has loved it. You can tail 25 plus cappers on there, and all our exclusive picks are on there. We've been hitting some huge plays on there. Go check it out. The link is in almost every one of our bios. Go check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to post 4 player props tonight, and you know I'm posting a same game parlay for that Monday night football game. It's,
my most hated team in the NBA. Has anybody got the Jazz right? Before we get into this game, has anybody got the Jazz right this year?
Yeah,
they've been unbelievable.
I had it all written. I had this all right, man. I knew they were going to be 3-0. Freaking championship contenders, baby. 1,000 to 1 odds, baby. Come on, marking in season. Absolutely.
They've been double digit like dogs this whole time, right? The past 3
every game.
This is your typical shit, guy.
8.5 to
This is your typical story, right? A bunch of cast-offs from different teams that never got the minutes they deserved or thought that they deserved. Get on a team that has absolutely no expectations whatsoever. Jordan Clarkson goes from 6th man to starting everything.
God.
Lauri Markkanen literally stole Michael Jordan's
God
from Space Jam. It's incredible. This guy looks like incredible. And Colin Sexton looks like he's not scared of nobody. This team is just playing with nothing to lose. Sometimes it's the scariest part. But they're going up against a team that literally is 0-3, is in the same kind of spot they are. What do we think? This is a -2 line for the Jazz, -30 on the money line. Alpha, will go back to you here. Did the Rockets get the first win, or do the Jazz stay undefeated?
You know what I'm going to say here? Another total for me. It's way too high. The game's sitting at 235 points. We're taking the under. There's going to be a little bit of defense played in this one, at least enough defense to keep this under 235 points with 2 teams that really aren't great shooters. Give me the under 235. BBB, what you looking at?
Yeah, I lean towards the over. I have a player prop that I absolutely love. We spoke on a little bit earlier. That'll be over on SoBet, but I lean towards the Rockets in this one. I think the Jazz, it's a little early. I'm not going to have an official play on the Rockets in this one simply because what we talked about. The Jazz are just, they're one of those teams. They're one of those teams that's just, they come out early, and I do think they'll fade eventually. But you don't want to fade them while they're on this hot streak. It's too intense. You got guys playing for whatever they're playing for nothing. Like, it's similar. This Rockets team's got young guys, though. I think that this is a good buy low spot on the Rockets. I'm rocking with the Rockets on this one. Little bit of a wordplay there, but no official.
Rocking with the Rockets.
I'm taking the Rockets, but I have a player prop on this one that I absolutely love, which I'll have a write up on SoBet with it.
Love it.
Is it a max?
I am.
It's going to be a hefty play.
So hefty play. Wow.
Well, hefty play.
I also got a player prop on this one. I'll post that on SoBet myself, but I'm rolling with the Jazz to stay undefeated. Look, this Houston Rockets team, say what you want. They have great young talent. They are on the tank train. It is very obvious they are on the tank train. And the Utah Jazz want nothing to do with tanking, at least not right now. I'm going to take the Jazz money line. These players are playing better. Sometimes you just got to be hot. And right now, the Jazz are hot and the Rockets are not. Take the Jazz.
I respect it.
I Hefe, I completely hold on real quick. Let me go real quick. I completely agree with you, Hefe. I think the Rockets are taking this year, but this line's a little weird here. Jazz on the back-to-back. I like the Rockets first half. I took them last game in the first half. They played great against the Grizzlies, but you saw them second half. They couldn't play defense for shit. And I think the same thing goes here. They come out hot first half. They get the win. And somehow the Jazz come back and win this game, man. The Jazz are on fire. They play great. They play great. They have great team chemistry right now. And I think they get the job done. But Rockets first half, that's the official play.
Respect it.
All right, guys. One more game left that we're going to go through. Nuggets Blazers. Well, one of these teams is undefeated, and it's not the Nuggets. It's the Blazers. 3-0 coming off a vintage Dame Lillard game, dropping 41 points, getting the last second bucket to beat the Lakers. Not that that's anything to be proud of these days. The Nuggets are 2-1. Jokic coming off a triple-double, looking like a guy who won 2 MVPs. Nothing odd there. I'll start this one off, guys. I think the Nuggets are going to take a little bit of time here to kind of get back to who they are. Jamal Murray hasn't played in a while. Michael Porter has been injured so long. This team's going to take a while to get that continuity on offense, but oh my God, when they get it going, this is going to be one of my favorite teams in the league. But right now, the Blazers look like really, really smart people in the offseason. They got Jeremy Grant, who's playing great next to Damian Lillard. They gave Anthony Simmons a mini max. He looks great next to Damian Lillard. They drafted a guy that didn't play 1 minute of college basketball in Shaedon Sharpe in the top 10, and he looks good. They look like they hit on everything in the offseason. They made the right decision. And I'm rolling with a team that's just rolling right now. It's too early in the season to be looking at analytics and data and stuff like this. I'm going by the eye test. I'm taking the Blazers plus 4.5 at home. The Nuggets maybe can squeak by with a victory, but I'm going to take the Blazers in the points. What do you think, Alpha?
Man, I have to agree with you here. But the main play I'm taking this one, my favorite play, the official play, is the over 226. Pretty much for exactly what you said. I think we're going to see spurts of this Nuggets team in the first quarter of the season where they play unbelievable basketball offensively, where they're hitting their shots, they're playing with continuity, but I don't think we're going to see it consistently over the course of a game right now. That's what we've seen them not win these games by big amounts. They beat OKC by 5, they beat Golden State by 5. They're not blowing anyone out, but they're still good enough when the time comes down to it, they can put the ball in the hoop and win the game. And for that reason, I think it's going to stay close, and we'll see this go well over the 226. It's my favorite play tonight. BBB, what are you looking at?
Yeah, this one, I don't have a lot of pre-game plays that I like on this one. I lean towards Denver, but I want to see how they come out in defense. The Portland came out and played a lot of zone against the Lakers in their last game. And if they do that against this Denver team, they've got some shooters that I think will absolutely piece them up. They shouldn't, but if they do, I may be looking at a live spot on this one where I can smack in on that, or maybe look at Michael Porter Jr. over on his points, because if they come out in zone, he's been hot from 3 to start the year. He's finally healthy, getting in these games. He's putting up some good numbers, and if they're in zone, I think he could be one of the main beneficiaries of a zone defense there. So I like Michael Porter Jr.'s points over, but again, it kind of dependent on how they come out in this defense. So might be looking at some live plays in this one.
I like
For
it.
sure, man. I think this line screams Nuggets minus the 5. Nuggets in blowout. Blazers off the back-to-back. They're hot, and I think someone's calling me. I think the Nuggets get a win in a blowout fashion. Defensively, they show up, and Michael J. Porter's been playing great, and he's defensively he's struggling, but I've been cashing on his props, so keep that in mind. I don't know what's he's sitting at right now. I think it's like 17.5 or 16.5, but I like Michael J. Porter over the points again. I think he continues to roll here. Nuggets minus 5 official play.
Love it.
All right, guys. Well, you guys heard it here, man. 5 games, 5 plays from each of us. We did it like a champ, like we never missed a beat. You want to say something, Slam?
What do you mean? Nothing? No. Go ahead.
I'll tell you guys something. Guys, we give out plenty of plays out on the sides here, but don't miss out on SoBet, guys. We'll have a full prop slate on there. It's got all the exclusive plays. The props have been red hot. And don't forget, me and Slam are going to come out with another collab for you guys tonight because our collabs have been red hot. We hit another 2 yesterday.
Breaking news.
So be looking out
Breaking
for it.
news. Hefe and I are starting our 2-man collab that's going to be far better than your little collab. Breaking news. Breaking
We're hot,
news.
boys.
Circle the wagons. Breaking news.
Breaking
BBB, we
news
hot.
also- Breaking news also.
We are blazing
Let's have a
hot.
moment.
But for
Let's have
real,
a
don't
moment for
forget
Michael
Coach
J. Porter.
Code ATS on SoBet.
Not
Code
J.
ATS. when you
I
sign
don't
up.
know who that is. We'll be back Wednesday. Get us out of here, Hefe.
All right, guys. Like I said, like everybody said while we were screaming at you multitaneously, we're doing 2 collab plays. Me and Alpha's gonna hit. I don't know what the hell Slam and BBB are gonna do. Probably some
We're
wild
cooking some up.
Costa Rican soccer play for a player that doesn't
We hot.
doesn't matter. Bong. Look at that. Oh, you wish
They ain't got it. They ain't got it.
no.